folks, we're here again, another trip with Bass Pro Shop Crappie Masters. We're on Truman Lake, and this is the very first one-pole, artificial-only ultimate challenge here on Truman Lake in Missouri. We're looking forward to a lot of fish being caught. And speaking of catching some fish, let's go catch up with Mr. Paul Alpers and Charlie Brewer. They are with Slider Company, and we're going to see if we can't get them on some fish this morning.
Well, thanks, Cody, for bringing the show here today. I want to tell you all a little bit about what's going on out on Truman Lake here in Missouri. But I got some good friends with me today. Marvin Decker, a guide here out of Bucksaw Marina, and my longtime friend and one of our national sponsors, Charlie Brewer Jr. with Slider Jigs. Charlie's been in the fishing industry for a long time. Him and his dad, both his dad started it. And you know what, guys? We're going to see if we can show these people how they can have a lot of fun on Truman Lake here catching some slab crappie. And I know Marvin, he's an expert at it, and he's going to make sure we do catch some. I believe Charlie's got one. Look at here.
Look here.
The old Slider jig come in.
I did just what Paul said. Let some line out, and then I take up some line with my hand here, kind of like a fly rod, and I'm just swinging it out, and then dropping it, and just kind of letting some of this line feed out, get to the right depth, and then try to keep the line tight, sink on down, and then move it up and down a little bit, and hopefully get a hit.
Is that what you
Drop
did?
it right in the brush there, and
you might know the guy with
where he
Slider
was.
Jig Company would catch the first fish, you know what, Marvin?
well, you know,
Huh?
supposed to.
Is he supposed to?
Now, that's a good eating fish right there.
Yep. It's a healthy fish, too.
On a June bug and chartreuse tail grub, and probably dropped it down there close to the bottom. How deep is it here?
About probably 20, close to 20 foot right here.
Okay, I think I was on down there.
Was
Not too far off the bottom, but
They're deep today then.
so you know, maybe there's some more down there. There you go.
Well, Charlie, you got us started yesterday, so let's see if we can't keep it up now.
Yeah, Paul, you want these fish or?
Let's turn that one back.
Okay, here we go. Let the next person get them.
Yeah, let it go up and be a little bigger.
I know back home on some of these TV shows we do, you get phone calls from people saying, "Why do you turn all those fish back?"
Uh-oh, got another one.
Finally was there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He worked with him long enough to get him, and here he comes with him.
This is not what we've been catching up here, but it's still a fish.
And they're saying, if you're going to do that, call me and let me have them. So, you know, sometimes we do that. We'll save a few fish for someone and,
Okay.
and let them have them.
Is that what you want me to do?
Well, we just say,
Marvin, I got your fish.
It's that red head. So you didn't give me a red head.
I'll give you one. All right. Now that one's a little short, folks, and by the way, on Truman Lake they do have a 9-inch link limit, so we're gonna let that one go back and grow up. He bit like a 2-pounder though. Uh-oh, got a double.
There he is. That's a good fish.
Oh gosh. What'd you have to catch one bigger than me for?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's just luck.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish.
Look at that.
Don't let that fish get away.
Well, hey, we're
This
going to back anyway.
Well, I know. But
See,
we
it's what I like to do. I like to.
we got a seam,
I
Charlie.
like to play with that fish a little bit.
Okay, we'll play with him. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish here. Look at there.
Oh.
Now that's a Truman Lake slab there.
Yeah. Let's see if I can.
That's a nice one.
Right there.
Hold him up there, Charlie.
That's
Oh,
good.
that fish
That's
weigh
a
there,
good fish.
pound 2, pound, a little over pound, won't
Yeah, he's probably over a pound, probably pound 2 or 3 ounce.
he? You might know it.
That might be a tournament fish, right?
Well, that would be. Don't show that in the gym down there. He'd be wanting it.
Yeah. Trying to get that out without hurting that fish, and
Yep.
And we're gonna put it back.
Boy, it's got a pretty color, doesn't it?
It sure does. Catch it another time.
You know, it's good to get a child out there, or a parent to bring the child out there and fish and just have a good time. And, you know, they never forget that. And we need more of them fishing and get them off the streets and in the creeks, I say.
Well, you bring in, there you go. There you go.
And while I was talking, there's another one.
Oh, I believe that's nice fish you caught.
Oh, that's even a better one, folks. That's a nice one there.
He's going to have to cough up on them red heads for me, I can tell you that.
Looky there. That red head is doing a trick with that Charlie Brewer slider jig and another beautiful crappie. And I want you to notice right here, and look at the dark green on each one of these gill plates. Look at that. Have you seen one like that, Marvin? Look how dark he is there, Charlie.
Spot here?
Yeah.
No.
Boy, he bit right in the roof of the mouth. We're going to release that fish, and maybe one of our tournament anglers will be lucky to catch a fish like that today. Well, folks, we're going to go to another station break here in a minute. Check back in with Cody and Cody and see how those boys are doing. But I would like to thank Bucksall Resort real quick and Marina for being one of our host sponsors and host lodging, and also the Convention and Visitors Bureau of Clinton and the Missouri State Tourism. Without them, we couldn't have made this Ultimate Challenge one pole artificial bait only tournament possible.
Hey, thanks, Paul. Hope y'all enjoyed that spot with Mr. Charlie Brewer or Slider Company. Maybe you can take some of those tips and techniques that he showed and use them on you next time out. We're going to go catch up back with Paul. He is with Mr. Scott Pauley with the Missouri Tourism. They're going to get on some fish as well. We'll check back in with you here in just a little bit.
Hi, folks. We're back out here on Truman Lake. We was out here yesterday, and we're getting ready for the Ultimate Challenge, Bass Pro Crappie Masters Ultimate Challenge Tournament. Today I got with me a good friend, Scott Pauley, with the Missouri Division of Tourism. And of course, they're one of the big sponsors in making this happen here in Missouri. Scott, is glad to have you on board with us, and we're going to have a lot of fun today.
Oh, it's so great to be here with you today. What a wonderful day to be out on the water. The weather's great, fish are biting, we're going to have a blast. The fishing has been outstanding. They've held the lake steady during the spawn, and we should have outstanding spawn.
There's one right there. See what I tell you about talking?
That's exactly what happened.
And here he comes. He's a little bigger, isn't he? Just a little bit bigger, folks.
A couple more trees, we ought to have them dialed into about 2 pounds.
I think Richard's holding us out on just a small fish right now, so that, you know, he'll get us excited when we catch a big one. There it is, folks. I'm gonna let this one back in so he can swim off and throw up. There he goes. Come to Papa. There you go. I guess Papa's in trouble now, though. That's why the jig got tore off.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Missouri Tourism takes a lot of time and does a lot of great things with Bass Pro Shop Crappie Masters here in the state of Missouri, and we're excited to work with them. We're down here on Truman Lake, staying at Bucksall. I'm going to tell you what, if y'all get down here and want to do some fishing on Truman, Bucksall is a great place to come stay. They've also got some awesome guides out here. We've done some fishing with Brad and Marvin, and it's just been a great time. But hey, enough talking. We're going to get back into some fishing and catch up with you here in a little bit.
Number 79. That does it, folks. They're on their way. 94 boats fishing the first ever Ultimate Challenge Bass Pro Crappie Masters Ultimate Challenge Crappie Tournament. One pole, artificial bait only. It's going to be a great time. I'm anxious for the weigh-in. Stay tuned, folks, and we'll be right back, and we'll show you the results of the first day. Well, folks, I'm here with my good friend and partner, John B. Bird. We're out here on Truman Lake, the first day of the Ultimate Challenge, John. It's exciting to me, one pole artificial bait only. We got the team of Kevin and Charlie Rogers right over here to the right of me. They should be strong favorites in this tournament. These guys actually are vertical jigging with just some artificial bait. Whoop, he just missed one right there. We've been watching Kevin and Charlie Rogers here spot fish. They also are a father and son team. And that's what it's all about, this family-oriented deal. We got a team in behind us here fishing. We're gonna just watch these guys for a minute and see if they pull a big one out. Now right there, oh, what a hog, guys. Look at that nice fish right there. Can you hold that one up for us, Kevin? Look at there, isn't that a pretty fish? What was that? Uh-oh, there he comes, all righty. That's one of the last year's spawning fish.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a good thing that these fish have spawned.
Oh, I tell you what, that's what makes it from year to year. You got to
Yep.
spawn.
We got Rick Hall and Steve Ingham here from Lincoln, Missouri, is that right?
Yeah. We only live about 12 miles down the road.
Most people, you know, when the trimming folks use weedless hooks. Here today, they're not using them. And tell you what, though, when you can feel that jig and, uh-oh, here he comes out there. You good?
No, he just hung now.
Well, you're going right down to that fish, aren't you?
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
look at that monster.
Oh, boy.
When they get around a limb like that, they feel like they're 2 pounds, don't they? they'll bite it, and if you can fish those trees without a weedless on them, my hat's off to you. Oh yeah.
There's a couple.
Tell you what, them ain't bad fish.
Oh, that lost him.
Oh no. Yeah. So John, we're coming up on Elwood Shepherd from Louisiana. He fishes all over the country, and if you'll notice, that's a brand new Nitro 898 boat. That's what we give 2 of those away for first place at the Classic, worth over $75,000. We're going to slip right up here to him and see if he might jerk a big 1.5 pound Truman Lake crappie in. How many of you caught this morning already?
I caught 3 small fish. I threw the first back. I got to thinking I may not catch 7 fish.
Folks, we're going to run on down the lake and see if we can find a few more of our anglers. And it looks like people are catching fish and having a lot of fun. And I know we're having a lot of fun out here, and you'll have a lot of fun watching this.
Well, as y'all can tell, day 1 has been hot here on Truman. They've been catching a lot of fish. We're going to head to the weigh-in and see exactly what the scales are going to show. Well, that wraps it up for day 1's weigh-in. As you can tell, Mr. Richard Lindsay with Prop Light and his grandson are leading the way. It's cool to see, grandfathers, grandsons, father, sons, husband, and wife teams coming out here and fishing, having a good time. But day 2 is tomorrow. We're going to catch up with these fishermen. We're going to see who the winner is of the very first 1-pole, artificial bait only Ultimate Challenge here on Truman Lake.
Well, folks, we're slipping up here right now in the old good Galley Nipper Creek, and we're coming up on the 3rd place team. Rusty Brown and Kim Braun from Stover, Missouri. That's about 45 miles away from here. How's the fishing been, Rusty?
It's not been too bad this morning.
How many pounds do you think you've got already in the live well?
I'd say we got probably 7.5.
Well, you're kicking right there on the door, ain't you?
I'm just guessing. I don't.
Yeah. We just seen you catch one. What did that last fish? What do you think that last fish weighed?
About 1 pound.
Pretty nice fish. There you go. Yeah, them some good old Galley Nipper Creek crappie. All right. Look at there, folks.
These are the last 2 fish we caught, so they're both going in the live well. We're running close to what we had yesterday. If we ain't got it yet, we still got some time to get there.
Now, what would those fish weigh right there, Richard?
This one here, 125, 128. This one, it goes close to a pound, but this is number 8.
Well, we feel good about what we got. I'm not saying we're going to win it, but we're proud of what we got and looking forward to getting to the weigh-in now.
Guys, there's your first place team. Richard Lindsay, Kyle Lindsay. They're out here fishing. Grandfather and Bobby and son team. Looks like they're doing quite well, and they might hold on to that lead today. The Ultimate Challenge, Bass Pro Shops, Crappie Masters, All-American Trail, first ever, 1-pole artificial bait only. Got a lot of competition teams in here. We're going to be watching all of them, see if they catch one of those big, what I call Galley Nipper, Osage, arm crappie.
Well, folks, this is it. The guys are fixing to start bringing these fish in for the day 2 weigh-in. This is the final weigh-in here on Truman Lake for the 1-pole artificial bait only Ultimate Challenge. We're going to see who's going to walk away with it. Y'all stay tuned.
782, and right here, you guys, 859, there it is. Kevin Charlie Roberts, here they come. Don't fall now, don't fall. Got some good fish in there. Got some good fish in there. Let's see what happens. Hold on your breath. They're lively. Bobby's got to hold them down there to get them stopped. Look out. 873. There it is. 872. We're going to leader. 873.
Put your hands together. They made history. It's the first time for the Ultimate Challenge. They're your first winners. They had 17.03 pounds, the only team to break that 17-pound mark. They are going to get a check for $7,000. Your first-time champions in the Ultimate Challenge, Charlie and Kevin Rogers.
Let's hear it for them. Father and son team, let's hear it for them one more time. Bass Pro Shops, Crappie Masters, Truman Lake, Ultimate
Challenge champions. First time in history.
Well, Paul, thank you for bringing us the very first one-pole artificial bait-only ultimate challenge there on Truman Lake. It was a blast watching y'all out there on them fish. And folks, that's wrapping it up. Day 2 weigh-in is over. Mr. Charlie and Kevin Rogers took it with over 18 pounds for a 2-day total. They came all the way from 6th place to win it. And I tell you what, it was an exciting tournament there on Truman. And if you're ever up in the state of Missouri, you want to do some great crappie fishing, Truman's definitely got it on there. Check Bucksall out. But hey, if you want any information about what Crappie Masters is doing, check them out on the web at crappiemasters.net. And until next time, stay outdoors.